Oh, we're live. Hey, everybody, look at this posse of people. I had no idea that all these people would be here, but I'm so happy. This is the largest live stream I've ever hosted. So, you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves. Damien, you want to start? No? I threw you under the bus. Jeff, you go ahead and start.
I don't know if Damien can hear us right now. I'm not sure, but
yeah, something.
Anyway, I'm Jeff. I think you guys might know me from Jeff's Cave of Cool Books.
Oh, that's it? Okay. That was a good.
Yeah.
Maybe this intro is not going very well. How about tell us about your latest video? Chadwick.
Oh.
I think Sleepy was
I'm out.
Yeah,
that's why he couldn't. That's why he wasn't responding. He couldn't
I've
hear.
lost
Mm-hmm.
David's audio.
So yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear Jeff or now Jeff's gone.
Oh my God, Chadwick, please tell us about your latest video, which I haven't watched.
Oh,
You're gonna have to hold
okay.
up two cards. Okay.
All right. Yeah. My latest video is an ode. I'm going to start here. Oops. Starting is an ode to Danza Macabra Volume 1 from Severin Films. It's a box set of Italian Gothic horror films.
Wow.
That has, it's The Monster of the Opera, The Seventh Grave, Scream of the Demon Lover, and Lady Frankenstein. And I talk about, this is actually the Italian poster art for Lady Frankenstein, with the lovely Lady Frankenstein in there. So
wow, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I got my friend Dave, who I went to Vegas with. He gave me this for my birthday last year, so I've been like, it's been on my viewing wish list. So I go through all the movies. I talk about those.
No spoilers, right?
No spoilers.
Oh,
good. Just like, I liked this one. I thought this one was kind of slow paced, but when it came out in 1965, it was probably considered fast paced. We're just so used to stuff moving much quicker, nowadays that,
people keep entering the studio and leaving. I'm getting confused. So that I love when on your channel you talk about stuff, and then if I'm able to find it online, I go ahead and watch it. Now, of course, a box set like that is pretty expensive, but sometimes
you have to be like really into this. But The Monster of the Opera was a kind of sort of sequel ish follow-up to The Vampire and the Ballerina, and it was they wanted the director to do another one, and Jeff's over there. Where's Dave?
Yeah.
Dave's not here.
Well, Damien, can you? Sorry to interrupt, Chad. Damien, can you hear us? Okay.
I can hear you now. I lost audio, which is why I went out and came back in.
I think Rob did too, and I just went out because I can. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Everybody.
Yeah,
So
okay, well, let's just check on Rob. My son was poking around, and so I had to deal with him for a second. So he's on the warpath, so I might have to duck out occasionally. Sorry, Chad, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
That's okay.
Hopefully Rob can get back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw him freeze. I thought for a second he was just like eyeballing the screen, like going, "Well, that's cool." And then wait, he hasn't moved or blinked for like 15 seconds. So I think it's just like,
yeah, I don't know to add him to the stage because it says Adam, but he's not moving. So I'll wait. Damien, we were just talking about our latest video. If you would like to just kind of tell people what's going on. I don't know.
What was my latest video? I think it was a flip through of an artist edition by Jim Aparo, the comic book artist.
Oh, yeah.
For DC Comics.
Yeah.
Batman and the Spectre was what was in that artist edition. And coming up, I will probably be doing more rambles, what I call my sleepy vlog, and some comic book reviews. My channel is Sleepy Reader 666. And also, I was on a hangout earlier today on for the love of comics, where we talked about Strangers in Paradise. So,
Cool.
if anyone's into Strangers in Paradise, I thought I sent you the link for that.
You did, but I
What?
looked at the thumbnail and I didn't see your face there.
I had a hood on.
Oh, that was you? I
Yeah.
thought that was some kind of weird monastery.
That was me.
Weird monster. Well, what is stranger than
Monastery, I said,
Stranger
not
than
monster.
Paradise, Damien? Because I'm familiar with the film, but not the.
Strangers in Paradise. Yeah, it's the same name. Strangers in Paradise is a long-running comic book. Here, hang on a second.
Is Rob okay?
It was self-published by this guy named
Whoa.
Terry Moore, and it's all in black and white, and it's about it rambles about, but it centers on these three characters: a woman who's in love with another woman, and a man who's in love with the first woman, and they're changing relationships over the years. But then there's also all these pulpy crime story elements that creep into, involving like secret conspiracies of the mob to control the U.S. government and stuff like that. So, but a lot of it is about the relationships. That's sort of what it looks like. So it's kind of a well-known cult comic that has a strong following since it started in 1993. And it
definitely
fills
a
two
comic.
omnibuses. It's over 2,000 pages long.
What was your verdict?
The verdict?
Did you really enjoy it?
We only read a third of the 2,000 pages, and so we're going to do two more. So I've never read it before, so I'm on the fence right now whether I like it or not.
Okay.
It's definitely a monumental
If you don't
work.
like it so much.
It's definitely a monumental work, but whether I love it the way some people love it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about doing it in a group is like even if you don't like it, you're reading it so that you can discuss it, and so that kind of.
See, I look like this
There's
in
the
the
hood.
Oh,
You look like
You're Obi-Wan.
Green Arrow or something.
well, I could enjoy.
I think a hangout like that's mostly of interest to people who already are interested in that comic, though, because it went for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Hey,
John.
John's Comics with Friends.
There you go. All right, so Jeff, tell us about your most recent video.
My recent videos are bombing apparently, but because I've got the least amount of views than I had in a long time. But I did one on a review of Superman, All-Star Superman. And,
I enjoyed that one. At least I
enjoyed
watched
that
it.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm getting some good comments, which is the most important thing. But the views have went down recently. It could just be either the subject matter or that I'm talking about or whatever. Hello, Warrigon. And the most recent one I did was about my kids book collection. So, which again is not going to be to everyone's taste, but I got a lot of comments on it. So, but not a lot of people checking it out. So there's a lot going on, and it's on YouTube, and there's so many booktube channels now, and so many comic channels now. It's probably hard. I'm sure, Damien, when you started, it was pretty thin on the ground, and then it's just gotten nuts since then.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And the YouTube algorithm keeps changing, so it's not as helpful as it once was for helping you find similar channels.
Well, I keep hearing from people that if you keep just plugging away, that especially right around the year mark. I know Paul at Geeks Love Dogs, he got it right around the year, and then he did a couple rant videos, and his subs exploded. But I did just make it to 700 subs, so that's good.
That's a very respectable number of subs.
Yeah, and David, as David always tells me, I get some good engagement from people such as yourselves and a lot of other people that are very kind to chime in, like Check Your Steve there, and Glock, Mark, and several others. So, and of course, I'm not as eclectic as David or Chad probably, but because I mostly talk about books usually, unless it's maybe movies on a live stream or something. But I hop around genres a bit, and there's some people that aren't interested in mystery. When I talk about mystery novels, they're not interested. Or if I talk about comics, a lot of booktubers aren't interested apparently. So even someone like Michael K. Vaughan and Steve Donahue, those guys who have a lot of subs, they say they joke they don't get much attention on their comic videos. So I think, but then I look at guys like you, Sleepy, and Larry's Library and others, and David, who get a lot of views on the comic stuff. So I think it depends on who you're targeting, I guess, mainly.
Well, I still get less views on my comic book videos than Michael K. Vaughan does on his. I mean, it might be relative.
Yeah, it's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
He still gets at 1K.
I always just look at numbers of comments. So if I get a lot of comments, I feel happy. I don't even worry about the views.
It's
well,
Roger.
for me, it's just,
I have to say, Steve, I do watch MK Vaughn for Roger.
Roger.
I'm a Roger head.
Yeah, Roger, that was a stroke of genius, I tell you. But yeah. No, I think for me though, I just want to get to 100. If I get 100 views, that's fine. I don't care beyond that. But
I don't get anywhere near 100 on most of my videos. Mostly,
well,
if I get to 50, I'm lucky. I think some, most of them. It's just like, anyway.
It might be also how many. I mean, the same thing. I notice if I do too many videos too close together, they don't do as well. So again, sometimes it doesn't matter, and sometimes it does. But someone like speaking of Rob, did Rob just never come back?
No, he had. So I'm monitoring the entry.
Okay.
He tried twice, and I put him back in once, and then he came back, but he wasn't moving.
Okay.
And so he hasn't been back since. So I am watching to see if.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt bad about that. I sent him an email, but he hasn't responded. Anyway, sorry, I've jabbered enough. Chad, what do you have going on? What do you think about your about the YouTube algorithm or views or comments or anything?
I am. That's a great question because it's something that I try not to perseverate on, but I do anyway because that's how my brain works. But I really didn't start doing this kind of thing where I'm sitting at the computer and talking and doing videos. I started last October with my Son of Monsterpalooza haul, and I kind of just gone from there. So I've only been doing it for a few months. Although my channel's been around for probably 2-3 years.
Yeah.
But prior to that, it was just jigsaw puzzle assemblies and slideshows of movies with no commentary or anything. And I got really bored with that. So it's like, and also I'm like, it doesn't really have a lot of character or something to it. So, and I was seeing all these book haul videos, and I was starting, your guys' station. I'm like, I could try it. Worst thing is I'm like, no, no, and just move on. But I've been tickled by the positive response, and I just went over like 300 subscribers, which is boggles my mind. And the jigsaw puzzle ones get like 3, 4, 5 views, but the video I did where I reviewed John Varley short story in Twilight Zone's getting over 300 views now. It's just like huge. I have no idea what'll hit or not, but
that's the whole thing. You never know.
Yeah, and I also like being eclectic and having movies and books and comics and soundtracks and cats, and trail cam. I just like being a kind of like a who knows what's going to happen next kind of thing.
Well, I like what I think one really unique thing you do is going through those newspaper ads and TV guide ads and things for each day of the month. I think that's a really fresh approach. So
yeah, I haven't seen anybody else, or the algorithm hasn't popped anything up like that. And I was like, that's and it's actually I'll bring the book over, the thing that kind of, because when I was a kid I would clip newspaper ads and have
like a scrapbook.
Yeah, like a scrapbook. I had all kinds of and they didn't, of course, didn't survive, but
I did that occasionally for bookmarks and things. If there was a James Bond movie poster in the TV guide, I'd clip it out or something. But
right.
I really like the fact that you include things all the way from 1920. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that because that really fascinates me. And then you also have older movies because originally I thought you were just doing drive-in movies from like the 70s. But no, then you went into the older books from the 1920s, whatever the ad was,
Yeah.
and I find that fascinating myself.
Yeah, that was trial and error because when I started, and I was just doing it on my blog before I started, it's kind of like searching for a needle in a haystack, and you got like there's 120 plus years, maybe more, of haystacks. And then each haystack has 12 haystacks in it for months. And then it's like suddenly each one's got like 365. That's a lot of haystacks. And so I eventually figured out just go by the calendar day through the years and see what you find. And I have found so many oddball things, and also just learned that my memory of childhood and what was going on is completely inaccurate. The stuff that I thought was happening in the 80s was in the 70s. Stuff in the 70s was in the 80s. And yeah, I was like, I'm like, what the, So
my view of you, Chad, is that you're kind of what, I learned this term, more recently, but a monster kid, right? So there, I first found this forum called Classic Horror Film Board, which had some, professionals also on it and stuff. But because you seem to, you like a lot of things, but horror seems to be kind of one of your main jams. Yeah. So, and
but the defining things of my youth were Jaws and Kolchak the Night Stalker. So, and I'm just like, monsters are my jam. So, I just like, Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Creature, The Blob, giant ants, Godzilla. That kind of stuff is just like, I would just, that's what I gravitate towards, just naturally.
So we got Rob back. Rob,
Rob, you want to talk a little bit about your channel and your background with?
Yeah, sorry, I lost everybody's audio, so I tried going out and back in, and it wasn't working. So, but I'm back now. Yeah, I'm just basically, just any sort of storytelling, really. But I gravitate towards sci-fi, fantasy, weird tales, and science fiction has been probably my earliest memory that I have. Sitting in front of a black and white TV on weekday afternoons watching Lost in Space and Dark Shadows. So when I was like 3.5, 4 years old. So. And it's never stopped.
Yeah. Dark Shadows, Lost in Space, those two. It's really funny because so many people mention Kolchak and watching it in their childhood. And I never.
I completely slipped your radar. You didn't notice it, huh?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, it didn't last very long.
No, but I think it had that CBS late night run. I don't know if you remember, Damien. It had a CBS late night run in the late 70s, Chadwick. Is that what it was?
I guess I missed that. I was aware of it when it was on.
I didn't see it
originally.
It was in 79, 80, and 81. They kind of cycled through a couple of times. So
that's where I caught most of it, although why I was up that late watching those. I think they were on Friday nights. Maybe that's why I could see them.
Friday night, usually followed by stuff like, Creature from Black Lake or Barracuda or something,
Bronze Age Hero. We're getting a bunch of Sleepy maybe fans coming in here. That's cool. Hello to Bronze Age Hero.
Comic Book Kid was a friend of mine. I'm not sure about the other one.
Okay. Yeah, we've got quite a few that I don't know. Well, how about what's your earliest TV memory, Damien?
Wow. Earliest. I don't know. But I have a strong memory of, I wasn't allowed to watch much TV when I was little. My parents were very much in that, it'll rot your brain kind of mode. But I saw part of a Star Trek episode and then was forced to go to bed. And that was burned into my head. And it was the Star Trek episode. I don't remember titles, but they're down in the mines and there's like this living rock creature.
Yeah, Devil in the Dark.
Devil in the Dark. The Horta,
So
what I called the
saw that
pepperoni
when I was,
pizza
like,
monster.
They know
6
the
years
name.
old.
No, yeah, it's awesome.
The
So that was
very
probably my
first.
first science fiction, and I just that little glimpse of part of the show started me off as a science fiction fan, and then I liked Lost in Space and some other things that my parents would let me see. Yeah, I and eventually got to see all the Star Treks once they were in reruns, but the Devil in the Dark I must have seen in its original time slot.
The very first image I ever saw on a color TV. I remember when my dad bought our first color TV when I was about 5 years old. The rabbit ear antennas hooking it up, and those
You had to
old
hold them to
tubes.
make sure you get the
Those old
picture.
tubes had to warm up. They had to warm up, and the image would slowly come on. And the first image I saw on a color TV was this red-orange planet with the Starship Enterprise going across. And I was like,
Ooh.
what is that? And then my dad turned it to the news or some crap. I don't know.
Oh, news.
Wow.
Ugh.
I think the
Wow.
earliest for me is that I can remember is the reruns of The Adventures of Superman of George Reeves. I remember that
Yeah.
clearly, and also Johnny Quest. That's the one that.
Oh,
really-
yeah.
Johnny Quest really fueled my young imagination. But I do, of course, Star Trek. I had in Space 1999. I remember those very clearly. And I do remember it being like 3 or 4 and watching Tarantula. That old
Yeah.
Universal giant monster movie. And I cried when they napalmed the spider. I didn't cry at any of the human deaths. I cried when they killed the spider. So,
Dirty Harry smoked that spider. So
Oh,
yeah, Dirty Harry smoked the spider with some napalm.
Poor
That's
spider.
right.
yeah, poor
Yeah.
spider. That's sad.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you remember? I don't know. I've never met anybody that remembers this show. Do you remember the show Star Maidens? It's a
Star
13
Maidens. I've
episode-
seen people talk about Star Maidens, but I never saw it. I've never
Yeah,
seen it
it's
in my
a-
life.
It's a British-German
It's
co-production.
British-German co-production, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
I found the novelization
oh my god.
Wow.
Oh,
of Star Maidens.
Cool.
oh, that's awesome.
I can make you big if I could try.
Yeah, Damien needs to get that to join his Perry Rodan collection. So
Oh yeah.
Star Maiden.
speaking of German stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I hadn't heard about that, but for some reason it was big in the UK. So I've seen some
Yeah.
of the UK forums I've checked out on classic TV stuff because I'm big on British television and classic television, and a lot of people there remember Star Maidens fondly. But I guess it did air in the States then? You remember you saw it?
Yeah, they would show it on PBS just like they would on late night usually on Friday nights on PBS.
interesting.
Like they would
Doctor Who.
Red Dwarf, Doctor Who, all
Yeah.
those shows would end up there.
That's
Blake
how I saw
7.
those. Blake 7, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a black and white 13-inch TV that I had in my room, and I was a teenager. And the local station, KCTS, I think it was, they'd put a big transponder or something, to move the signal right not far from our house. So I got it crystal clear. And every Sunday night they would have Blake 7, and then they would go into Nature, the old PBS show Nature, and I watched all 52 Blake 7 episodes, all 4
Yeah.
series. Oh, every Sunday night. It was great.
Mhm.
No,
Sorry, David.
So
You
this-
probably have you want to get a word in edgewise yourself. I'm sure. This is your
that's
channel.
okay. Keep yakking. I'm totally fine with that. Are we gonna move on to a new topic or what?
Well, you wanted to show some stuff off, right? So Sleepy might be on a clock. So should we have Damon? You want to show?
Well, I'll show you my big item. And
Okay.
then we can take turns.
Let me figure out how to make you like. I haven't had this many people before. I think I do that. Oh,
there you go. There you go. Yeah, it's doable.
Woo!
There we go.
So
Yeah. Look at all those books. Nice.
I know,
this
right?
this was a lot of money, but I don't feel guilty for it. I'm sure many other people are very interested in
Show
Frank
us your big
Frazetta.
item. Sorry.
Whip it out. Come on.
Comment was really good.
it's
Sorry,
Frank.
Damien.
Pressure. A lot of people are into Frank Frazetta, I presume, and I in recent years watch or track art auctions, and I've been seeing all this money being paid for Frank Frazetta paintings, and I keep having Frank Frazetta on my mind. And so I bought a piece by an artist who paints like Frank Frazetta.
Oh,
His name is Mike Hoffman. David might remember him from that comic book Eerie. He publishes Eerie and does the paintings on the covers. And so
Is
I
this
bought
the new Erie. This the new Erie.
the new Eerie, yeah, spelled Eyrie.
Ah,
So Mike Hoffman has studied Frazetta very closely.
oh yeah.
This
That's
is
very
a
cool.
acrylic painting, I believe, on a painting board.
That's really pretty.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get this framed. It's kind of my big spending moment. Yeah, so this kind of scratches the urge to own a Frank Frazetta painting. I feel like I own one now.
Yeah, and for several fewer millions of dollars too. So
Yeah.
This cost me a few hundred,
that's very
but,
reasonable. I'd
so I'm
say.
very happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
because
very
any
cool.
good painting should cost you a few $100s, I think.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I think so.
that was very
yeah.
cool. And
It
I
looks like
also
it's
got
on
it
a-
on Heritage Auctions. I didn't. It would have been nice to buy it directly from the artist, but I got it on the auction.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, well, you might not have been able to have found out about it without Heritage Auctions, probably. So,
Right. I mean, now that I
that's-
think about the artist is still alive and publishing things, one could contact him and see if he has art for sale, but I didn't think.
Where are
of
you
that.
going to put that in your house, Damien? You have a spot for art where you in your
Uh,
library there, your man cave?
I'm trying to fix up this basement room. My wife doesn't really appreciate comic book and fantasy art,
She
so
doesn't
I will
appreciate
probably
big,
find a place to
bikini-clad,
put it down.
buxom ladies on the walls.
It's not her thing.
All right. So
That's pretty
we all get to pick one book behind Sleepy, and he has to send it to us. Go. Look, everybody scan.
I'm
Which one
going
do
to
you
send
want?
this one to you, David,
What I said.
or
So-
maybe this one.
Yeah. Jeff,
I think
These are
I think
books
you
David sent
you're going
me
to send
because he
one to
doesn't
me,
want
right,
them.
David? Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a couple somewhere.
No. So I gave Sleepy the ones you didn't want. Sorry, that sounds terrible. He
Did you give me this? I think you gave me that.
I gave you that one too. Yes, Orson Scott Card is one of my favorites, though.
Oh, this is cool though. You gave me Daw book number 1.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm
Smell
really
of
happy with that.
wisdom. Nice.
That was a nice score. And then you
Yeah.
gave me another Daw book, number 304, but also by Andre Norton.
Yeah, your burden.
Yeah.
I had doubles.
Yeah.
And did you
Now
gave
you-
me
now
this
you can
too, Land
show us the dog.
Leviathan?
I did give you that.
I've
one.
never seen that cover. That's interesting. I have the old dog of Land Leviathan.
This
That's
is the
interesting.
modern sheep covers where they
It's
just
horrible.
throw a few images
Yeah.
at them.
I couldn't have that in my house. I had to get it out.
So you gave it to someone else to put
Of
up.
course. If he doesn't want it, he can put it in the free book drop. Now I like
And-
that one.
And this you talked about in a video, and I said, that sounds interesting, and you sent it to me. So that was great.
That one's
Yeah,
a-
David's
It's a good
so
book.
generous.
Great Divorce is a good book.
Did you give me this?
yes.
Yeah.
Never
So this is
flirt with puppy killers. I think that's good
a
advice.
spoof of
Curious George or something. Or
Book,
kids
it's
book?
what books should be called, basically.
and Flung Out of Space, a comic book about Patricia Highsmith.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
actually a
So
really
I'm looking forward to reading that.
Have you read
And
any
then
of her Ripley books,
I have.
Damien?
I have a long time ago, and I think I read 2 of them, maybe 3. How many were there?
I don't know. I think there were. Yeah, I think there were possibly 4 or 5, but maybe only.
But they're all a blur. And after the first book, he becomes more of a good guy, which I didn't like.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
he
like
still
it as
murders
much. I
people,
still enjoyed
but
reading
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And
He's a
you
good
gave me
writer,
this.
but he's not a great character.
Oh,
This
yeah.
hardback Forbidden
Ooh,
World.
that is
Really
nice.
I'm trying to collect the ones with the slip cases, so I gave that out.
Well, if you
Wow.
have, these
They're
are not cheap books either. I guess
No.
there's not a price on here, but I think they run around $50 or so.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
really nice gift.
beautiful book. but
I think that it looks better without the slip myself, but
no,
I
it
guess-
doesn't. If you see the slip cover, it's a full frontal piece of art, and it's beautiful. So,
Dave likes his full frontal.
I do
yes, he
like-
likes full frontal.
have you seen the slip cover ones?
No, I haven't.
Jeff is the one who said it didn't look good. as nice. So
No, I just said, well, I didn't know it was different. Quite often they're the same cover design, and so if
but
you
it
take
fills
the,
the entire cover. Whereas
I
those
find
have
slip
a big
covers
flare.
such a pain, but I guess you just take them off before you start reading. I've noticed that a lot of I've been looking at videos about people collecting omnibus comics, and they always seem to advise taking off the slip before they start reading.
No,
it, so.
You're talking about the dust jacket.
Yeah, you've got something totally different in mind.
Oh, you're talking about the actual
There's
the
a hard
the slip cover, the slide
The
into
cardboard case that
Ah.
holds it.
I got you.
and they're
Sorry, I was thinking
beautiful.
of the dust jacket. Yeah. No, the
Do
slip
you have
covers
one,
are
Damien?
nice.
Do you have one of those that has the slide-in slip cover thing? No, huh?
Not in that series. I have some others. They're
You don't
kind
have
of
to-
out of
I put you on the
out of
spot.
reach at the moment.
I have a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays with slips, but I don't have any other than this set of.
You know what? Chadwick
Matron.
showed a full frontal DVD case. I mean Blu-ray, and that thing was beautiful. That's what it looks like. The art
Yeah.
covers the entire thing.
In
Yeah,
that case, I agree with you. Although I would be happy to have not have one too. So it doesn't matter to me so much. But if you're going to spend the money, you might as well get the vision.
You've left the big spotlight on me. Should I keep showing things? I thought it would be other people's turn.
okay, who's going to be next? Rob, you wanna be next, or
Yeah.
Chadwick? Rob,
Well, I did get something just today. Speaking of artwork,
there you go.
so Deb from Omnivorous Reader
Yeah.
sent me.
Aw, that is awesome.
Did she do
It
that?
is.
Did
Yes,
she do that
did
herself?
this.
She
I-
painted that
yeah.
herself. Wow.
Oh yeah, she paints. And I commented because she had this on one of her shirts that she made.
That's
and
awesome.
and so this has gone around the world twice because she sent this
Oh, that's right.
way
You
back
didn't
when
get it
from
the first time.
Australia.
Mm.
And the post office put the wrong address. They put an address across the street for me, which there is no house across the street. So it made it all the way to my post office, which is like 5 blocks away. And they sent it all the way back to Australia. And then they had to send it again. So just got that today. But I love this picture. So
Wow, that
Can you
is,
show it again, Rob? Can you please
Yeah.
show it again?
they're abducting kangaroos. The higher
yeah.
life,
There's
the higher
Rob.
life form.
Well, she was probably inspired because I know she did. Deb's she does a lot of book reviews, and she did a buddy read of Picnic at Hanging Rock, the novel with
Yeah.
Chris at Liminal Spaces. So there's Ayers Rock. It's not Hanging Rock, but it's maybe inspired her. I don't know. That's cool. I didn't know she painted.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All those, if you ever watch her videos, those paintings in the background, I believe all those are hers.
Wow.
Yeah.
You two
And
people
then-
are so talented. I tell you, I feel
I know.
inadequate for sure in that regard.
You got the gift of the gab. Don't worry.
And then this about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, Phoenix had their annual book sale at the fairgrounds. So there are a
I'm so
lot
jealous
here.
of you guys and your book sales
No.
and estate sales and everything.
Now, I don't
Just
know
spend
anything about this. I don't know anything about this book. It didn't have a slip cover, but it was like $1. But it's Space Lawyer. And I figured I already have Space Doctor, Space Surgeon. I need Space Lawyer.
It's probably
Who is the
like
author, Rob?
area,
Um,
not outer space.
This is, I forgot now. Nashner? I have no idea.
Schnapp.
Schachner.
Yeah, Schachner.
Schachner.
But
Wow.
also picked up, they had a few Philip K. Dicks.
Ooh,
Oh, those actually go for big money.
they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, the Dodd Dicks go big.
$2.
Don't say dicks go bigs.
I said Dodd Dicks go big.
And
Money. Go for big money.
then
Did you? How much? Can I ask how much did you pay for that one?
$2.
Wow,
Wow.
you got
It's
a
That's a great price.
yeah, $2, and then on that's on Saturday, and on Sunday they're half price. But I didn't want to
Wow.
wait, so we went there Saturday and Sunday. So I
No.
went in and picked it up because I figured it
No
wouldn't be there the
comment.
next day. And then he showed some Andre Norton's. I'm trying to collect all of Andre Norton's bibliography, but this one, her name isn't actually appear on it. It's Enid Cushing, but it was co-written by Andre Norton, and it's a romance novel.
Wow.
But
I know she did some gothics that you got
Yeah.
some of her gothics, right?
Yeah, I have one of her gothics, and the other one I should be coming in the mail in a couple days, and I'll have both those. And I also have her western that she did, Stand on Horse.
Yeah, that would be cool. I need to get a lot more of her early science fiction stuff. I want to get
And
the
then-
Suit Spaceman. That's the one I want with that awesome
Yeah,
cover.
I've got that one. Yeah, and then because of all of David's stock of Dark Shadows, I've been collecting. I've got a lot of Dark Shadows books already, but there's a Canadian version of Dark Shadows called Strange Paradise.
Oh, I've heard of
And-
Strange Paradise.
Yeah, and I was missing this book. It's the first book in the series, and now that set's
of that.
complete. The Dark Shadows set is not complete because there's a crap load of those novels out there. But
At least 60, right?
yeah, there's quite.
Oh,
a
I had
few.
no idea there were that many. Wow.
But
So I would like to have those Dark Shadows books too. They actually, I think they started reprinting them. Like the
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're basically facsimile novels.
I think you bought one from the House of Dark Shadows too, right? One of the movies. Didn't you buy a tie-in for that? Or didn't you get one? Maybe it was either you or Chadwick that I thought had the, or maybe
I don't have
Graveyard.
the House of Dark Shadows, but I have all the,
What's the other
what is
one?
it, Marion Ross books.
There's
Hmm.
two Dark Shadows movies they made. I can't
Yeah.
remember the title of the other one.
Yeah,
House of Dark Shadows and Night of Dark Shadows.
Night. There you go.
Street of Dark
That's it.
Shadows and Alley of Dark
Street
Shadows.
of Dark Shadows.
Yeah.
Garbage can of Dark Shadows. Yeah.
Oh my
That's a
God,
loaded
trying to
question.
make us go crazy? Bronze Age hero?
and then
We're gonna trigger some people.
Rocket ship.
speaking of
What makes them?
TV tie-in novels, I
Kitty.
remember Heath Ledger's show Roar.
Roar. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh my
And
lord,
then-
that looks.
That was from the late 90s, wasn't it? Mid 90s?
I think so. And then if you want to go way back to Jason of Star Command,
Oh.
Oh my
Oh,
Saturday
man.
morning TV, and you wouldn't think that the book could be worse than the TV show, but it is.
God.
And then novelization of Bewitched.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Al Hine. Al
I
Hine
had
is
no
quite
idea.
that's
And-
Al Hine is quite a good script writer.
And
TV shows.
I Dream of Jeannie.
dang.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's good.
Man.
She's showing her navel in that cover photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good books today.
They should do the
Wow.
books with all the sex you wished was in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with that with that show in the first episode where she's calling him master the whole time, and you just know in real life how it really go. He wouldn't be saying, "Oh no, don't bother me." It'd be completely opposite. If you ever thought that Larry Hagman was just a straight actor, he's really funny. If you watch the earlier season of that show, he's a very good
True.
comedic actor.
Hmm.
Those
All
are
right.
some-
I do have something just for Chad. Well, not for Chadwick. Sure.
All right.
yeah, Rob's not going to part with it, Chad. Sorry, but
I thought it was another copy of the Meow of Destiny.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Star Crash.
Stella Star.
Stella Star.
Oh man, that is awesome. It's a thing
Yeah.
of beauty.
Did your wife make that,
It is.
Rob?
Oh no. This one was bought, but she
No,
made
really.
a lot
His
of
wife
stuff
makes
on it.
lots of figures. Yeah, he has several
Oh,
figures. that
okay.
his
I
wife
thought you were
made.
joking.
Yeah.
No, she
Did she model for it? No, I don't know.
No, she made your pilot from Farscape,
Pilot.
right? Did she do
yeah, pilot from Farscape, and just shortly after we started dating, I think the first Christmas she made me Kosh from Babylon 5.
Nice.
So
Wow.
Yeah, it would have been a good joke, Damien, but no, I was being serious.
I didn't
quite
touch
creative.
the part about being straight, so I didn't go to that one where Larry Hagman was straight. Like Jeff or Chadwick. Who's next? Jeff or
I'll
Chadwick?
go. I'll
Who's
go.
putting up emojis? Can you guys see that?
Did you want to put a few comments up? We have a few comments.
Oh, did we?
Did Jeff say Larry Hagman is not a straight actor? I
Oh, we
meant
saw
a
that
straight.
one. There's only one
Yeah.
comment. You're putting me on the
good
spot, saying I'm not keeping up with my job.
Oh,
Well, that would
sorry.
explain a lot if he wasn't straight.
Yeah, it would
Who's
explain a lot. that would explain why he'd let Barbara Eden walk around in his button-up shirt and not do anything. So,
Well, I do.
well,
Who's next? Chadwick or Jeff?
I'll go, and then we'll have Chadwick go, and then you, I guess, David. All right, I don't have any cool old books at the moment, but I did get a few things from Barnes and Noble. I got since I had got the Jarrell of Jory new SF Masterworks one, or sorry, Golden Age. I guess it was Fantasy Masterworks for Jarrell of Jory, but I got Jory, but I got Northwest of Earth. I already have the Northwest Smith stories in an old Ace paperback, but I'm worried about it hanging together, so I thought I'd get the new one. These are nice editions. The only problem is no table of contents.
Oh,
But then I thought that's weird, and then I went to my original one, and it doesn't have a table of contents either. It just has the original story credits, and then it just goes right to the story. It doesn't have a table of contents, so I guess I shouldn't give them a hard time if that older one doesn't do it either. And then I got this came in the mail from the Men's Adventure Library.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's got, they reproduce some of the original Men's Adventure magazine layout. It's all weird science fiction and fantasy and,
Ooh, that's
stories and horror stories. It's got
beautiful. I got to get that.
the profile on
Yeah.
Weird Tales in there, and then it's
Oh,
It's got man-eating plants. So
you gave me FOMO
Yeah.
just now.
it's got man-eating plants
More
and
for you to
what
buy
else
and feel
we got?
guilty about.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Foul play.
Ew.
So
Mm.
a mom and daughter
Kinky
chopping
chicken.
up an errant husband. Strange cult of the vampire tarantulas.
that has to be the greatest short story ever written. So,
Are
Mad
any of these
Doctor of
written
No
by
Name
names you
TV.
recognize?
What was that, Damien?
Are any of these written by names you recognize?
Well, there's one by Gardner F. Fox,
Oh, wow.
The Man Who Couldn't Die. They also have H.P. Lovecraft in here, The Rats in the Walls. They have a Manly Wade Wellman story, The Song of the Slaves. So, which I'm
So
not,
yeah,
I
there
don't
are
know
some
why-
named people in there. That's cool.
Yeah, and some of them are they'll there might be like Robert Silverberg or whatever, but
Under a pseudonym or something.
yeah, that's the Manly Wade Wellman story. Yeah. So, and then, a bunch of people that you might not have ever heard of. Trapped by a Man-Eating Tree by Robert Moore. That's from Man's Life, March 1958. Anyway, these guys, Bob Dice and Wyatt Doyle, they curate really well because Bob Dice has like thousands and thousands of Men's Adventure magazines in his collection, and he and Wyatt Doyle does the layout, and they curate, right? Vampires ripped my flesh. Vampire bats attacking. So
Oh, like weasels.
Now,
Weasels.
the hardback here in Japan on Amazon Japan is twice as much money. So, but it is longer. It has an extra 18 pages, so probably an extra story and some art. But I just couldn't see paying twice as much for it, unfortunately. And then I got another. They're really thin on the ground here in Japan. These DC Compact Comics, but I got Superman Birthright. Again, never been a big Superman reader, but I really enjoyed All Star Superman. Damien and
I don't know if I've read that.
I haven't read that one, but it has a good reputation.
well, the art is cool. I like the Quietly art so well from.
Yeah,
know,
it's hard to go from quietly to other people.
But it looks good, and I really like these. I mean, it's so cheap; it's $10. And then I got this one recently
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
because this kind of supernatural Avenger type guy is my kind of jam. So I thought that would be.
That's a beautiful book. Beautiful.
Yeah, it starts off with the more from the 60s, but as it gets into the 70s and 80s, I guess
The
it gets a
70s
lot.
ones are the infamous ones where he like cuts people up with giant scissors and slices.
Oh yeah,
and
he
dices.
he's melting guys' crooks' hands
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's the infamous phase written by Michael Fleischer, and they're really crazy stories.
Wow.
And I know you guys have both talked
I need to
about
read
this, that compared to I know David has them, compared to the Marvel epics, these are
Half price.
cheaper with more thickness. Not in Japan, they're fairly commensurate, but this was probably 6,000 something yen. So that's what about, I paid more than I would have in the US, but I noticed in US Amazon, these DC ones are cheaper than the epics. So
Hold on.
I just started reading that. That's good. Fun.
I got, I think, what is
Oh.
basically the hardback version.
Oh, nice.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, it's got all that stuff in it too.
Mm-hmm. That's
Well, I really
gorgeous.
like yours is probably laid out the same way, Damien, but I really like they go through in all the contents pages, each issue and stuff, and they talk and then doing the credits.
Yeah, my
I
contest
like how
page
they do
looks a
that.
little different. So I'm not
Mhm.
sure, which came first.
Probably that one came first, I would guess.
Definitely. Because
Oh, and it
this
has a nice,
one's
like,
new.
I don't understand dust jackets at all because I much prefer
Yeah,
the picture.
Yeah,
right
that's
on
what
the
I was
hard-
talking about because I misunderstood David with the slipcover. The dust jackets are annoying, I think. Yeah,
Mm,
that's beautiful. That's really nice looking.
yep.
Well, I haven't read any of the Spectre. I wasn't even hardly aware of the Spectre, but when I saw that, I love the Shadow and those kind of things. So that's my kind of stuff. So, and the last thing I got, unfortunately, was used, but this book, both of these books came from the UK, wrapped in a plastic bag. That was it, a plastic bag. This one arrived perfectly, but this one was already a little creased up. But this one came in a plastic bag. It's big and heavy, and
Oh.
it's got. You could tell it wasn't originally this way. It's dinged up from the
Yeah.
freaking bad packaging, but it's kind. I think it's out of print, so I'm getting it for the used one. Anyway, this is one more of this Otto Penzler big book of. I got a whole bunch of them behind me here, but
Beautiful.
it's
Bob.
like about 1,100 pages of.
Female.
I don't think there's much art in this one. Some of the earlier ones had art. This is just going straight up, with introductions by Penzler and the double column size. But I'm trying to get as many of these as I can over time of these. They're just such great story compendiums. And this one has a complete Agatha Christie novel in it. It has a Tommy Tuppett's novel, The Secret Adversary. So usually he tries to throw in a complete novel, like the adventure one has the complete Tarzan novel in it. So, and I think the Black Mask one has the complete original pulp version, serialized version of The Big Sleep, of Maltese Falcon. So anyway, that's all I got now to show. So
Mm-hmm. Chadwick is up.
Oh no. So yeah. I decided I'd pull a couple things off my shelf, but I have the Kolchak, the Night Stalker Chronicles. It's a collection of short stories that Moonstone published,
Mm.
and it had a
nice.
story in it written by Peter David. So the late great Peter David, and I got him to autograph it
Oh,
over
nice.
How nice.
at a
Wow, very cool.
WonderCon
Yeah.
with it. So Christopher, it was like my son
This
Christopher. He was so excited. He had a Jason Voorhees doll, and he was like showing it to Peter David. Peter David's not the biggest fan of that kind of thing, and he was trying to be nice, but he was just also like. And I think I showed this one during what this is another Kolchak.
Yeah.
Grave
Oh,
Secret.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the Dawidziak one, right?
Yes.
You
And
called
this is
the Dawidziak one.
Dawidziak.
Yeah, Mark Dawidziak's
The
member.
Dawidziak one.
Well, he's the one who wrote the Night Stalker Companion, right?
Companion.
So, yeah.
So this is what got me back into doing the newspaper ads, and then starting to do them on the thing. Is that Michael Gingold? He collected them as a child, and he actually, unlike me, was able to retain all of the newspaper ads he clipped. So it's a book collection of like newspaper ads from like
Oh.
Yeah. So and there's a
That cover is so misleading.
yeah.
Wow, cool.
It looks
It's
like
a
comic collection.
yeah.
It does
So,
look like a comic collection, doesn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
Wow,
But you can see
Nice.
yeah. And he did a sequel, Ad Nauseum 2, and then there's one that is done for oh, this is cool. Sci-fi called Ad Astra.
Whoa.
Oh, Ad Astra,
I-
right? Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta
I just clipped the ads for this the other day because in February of 1980 is when they re-released Jaws 2 in theaters, and that's when I got to see it for the second time or the third time on a double bill with Folks.
Folks,
with
yeah,
Roger
Roger
Moore.
Moore. Yeah, folks.
Yeah.
That's definitely the better movie of the two.
How do you,
Yeah.
how do you live it? You buy an old newspaper?
Actually, I subscribe to newspapers.com, and I can just clip and either print or save as a JPEG. And
Oh,
that's
I
what
see.
I do.
I see.
And
what
I
you-
pour them over, and
Oh, okay. Got it.
yeah. So,
Got it.
and I tell you, it's interesting going back and seeing how film distribution changed over time from like movies opening on random days of the week to getting into a schedule where they were opening every Wednesday and Friday, and then by like 1979 it was just like Friday. It just started-
Summer blockbusters.
yeah.
That's the whole
It's funny how the industry eventually just settles on that, like they settled on Tuesday for their new DVD and Blu-ray release news for
Yeah.
a long time.
Wednesdays for
Just
comic.
like Wednesday was new
Wednesday
comic
for
book day.
comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of comics, yeah. I posted a picture of the stack of books that I was
I'm
going
mad.
in. This was the Vampirella one.
I know I don't have that.
This is volume 4. And this
Wow.
one I don't think Nick at Book Graveyard is watching, but there's the Badonkadonk.
Badonkadonk, yeah. Because he had the
Badonkadonk.
paperbacks, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So the
So that collects the magazines.
yeah, the magazines. They you can have
Wow, nice.
yeah, nice. And
And they
then
have
A
covers.
little hard to manipulate. Looks like it's big and heavy.
and then with it's big and heavy, but it's
they have
worth it.
color
Get
for the covers.
get the color
Sweet.
thing, and it's it was funny. It's a reprint of the entire. There's that whole issue with the dust jacket.
Yeah.
And I was going through one, and there was in the letter column there was a letter from James Reasoner, who is
Yeah,
pretty
a writer.
prolific writer of Western stories and stuff. And so back in the day, at one point, he evidently wrote a fan letter to Vampirella. So I was like, hey, cool. Small world, dude.
He's got a great blog too, James Reasoner. Yeah.
Yeah. I look over there for the all the Western
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, he does. He does regular feature every week on Western pulps and stuff.
I don't. Yeah, I could. I just. I can bring up my Megalon.
Lots of figures.
Yeah, I had these.
Spock, it looks like a Spock over in the corner there. Is that Spock? Who's that in the blue with the blue shirt or something on the towards the wall?
No, that's Mrs. Voorhees.
It's Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah, it shows how
Voorhees.
good my vision is. I thought that was Spock with the blue shirt. There.
No, that's Mrs.
Oh
Voorhees.
yeah, okay. Wow.
So
The original.
yeah, these are
Is
all
that a
from Sideshow.
collectible? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Sideshow collectible. Back in the early aughts, I went through retail therapy, and I bought the whole run. And they've been sitting in boxes in my garage for ages because I thought, oh, someday I'll sell them and make a lot of money. And I decided, I'm just going to put these things up because that's why I wanted them. So they're coming out of the boxes and going up.
There you go.
I told Tanya that every month I go up and I put up a new one, and I'm going to like I wonder if anybody's going to notice. And she's like, do you care if they do? And I'm like, no, I'm doing it for me. I don't care if anybody watches or not. You know, this is my hobby.
Well, Bronze Age Hero had a good question. Having a book that's awkward to handle, do you guys take that into account when you buy?
That book that he had wasn't awkward to handle. He
No,
was
not too
kindly
bad,
shown.
but it wasn't. You know, like an Omni. Those don't look easy to manipulate to read.
I read Omnis all the time. I just
Yeah.
lay them out on a table or on my lap. I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, it was actually trying to read the hardcover edition of Under the Dome by Stephen King in bed because it was about like that thick.
Yeah.
That actually got me to buy a Kindle because I've started getting like arthritis in my dominant hand.
Yeah, some
So
of it,
What do you call that
it's
thing?
yeah. So it was it's
the
just
big ones are, the
Yeah.
bigger than usual ones, like that Bava book
So,
is
you know.
12 pounds,
David,
if
stop
I'm sitting
thinking
up
the way
in,
you're thinking.
if I'm sitting up in bed trying to read, it's just kind of like,
Yeah, reading in bed
Yeah,
is a
but-
whole different thing. I usually read small little paperbacks in bed.
yeah. So I've learned. I got my
Kindle
little
is great,
Kindle or the now extinct mass market paperbacks.
I know, like some people, doesn't Larry from Larry's Library, doesn't he have like a little kind of podium or something that he folds those out, or one of those little
Yeah, he
book
does.
Maybe.
holders with the little clap that you can put on the pages?
Oh yeah, this is going to be in my next video next week. But I went and saw Paranormal Activity, the stage play, and in San
There's a
Francisco.
stage
So,
play?
Wow.
yeah, and it's good.
Oh wait,
Oh man.
you reviewed that already, didn't you? Somebody did, and they said it was scary. There were a lot of jump scares. Who said
A
that?
lot of jump scares, and there's a couple of really good.
But you saw it already, right?
Yeah, I saw it today.
Then who
Wow.
said that? Who reviewed
Not yeah, so not
Is
one
that a
man.
matinee then? Because that seems a bit early for a
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, matinee, 2:00. So
So he must have kept that theater
Tanya-
nice and dark to make you jump at 2:00 in California. So,
Yeah, they have blackout curtains. Yeah.
yeah.
Tanya
Right,
and her
yeah.
friends went and saw The Notebook. So
Yeah.
the musical.
Oh.
So
I think you made
And
the
I went-
better choice.
I was like,
There's a musical for The Notebook.
yeah.
Doesn't sound like fun to me.
No,
But
David, I think it's your turn.
And what was that other one? The other movie, like The Bridges or something?
Bridges of Madison County.
Bridges of Madison.
All right.
Bridges of Kill Me Now before this movie finishes.
This just arrived today. So I was in a shop and I saw this really big book, and I started looking through it, and it's something I'd never seen before. And I'm really late because everyone that I've shown this to, they're like, "Oh yeah, I already have that," or whatever. But I guess they put out these newspaper comics, and they look like this. And then what you do is you open it up like a newspaper. And
Oh, like a weekly or something, huh? Or,
yeah, but each page is
Oh
a different
wow.
comic story. And when I saw this, I'm like, I want these in the original form. And so it's like every page is a different comic. Like this one is Commandy.
Is it like a Sunday
Exactly.
newspaper comic
Exactly.
thing?
And they're continued, and there's 12 issues.
I
And
hope you have a Prince Valiant in there.
I don't know.
It's all DC characters.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and
That's very cool.
the actual book, I think, is this size. When
Yeah,
you buy it.
It's quite
The
large.
And
Yeah.
the hardcover is beautiful. But I hope to get it sometime. But when I saw where they came from, I was like, that's so neat that I wanted to get the
Is
original.
this like a novelty one-off thing, or did they actually put these out in newspaper format?
They put them out in this
For
format.
12 issues. It was kind of a
Comic book, but they open up to be a newspaper. And I just thought that was so neat. That
And so
I
the
wanted-
little circles on the cover, those are all the different
Yeah.
stories
there's-
that are featured? Okay.
And there's 12 issues of it. So, and they each,
Wow.
and they continue on. I mean, I just thought that was a neat idea. So I can't wait to start reading these.
Yeah. And it has all kinds of fantastic art in it.
Mm.
Some of the best people in there.
Yeah. I mean, you could see this is the first issue. Like it's just got a smorgasbord of like great art in it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward. Damon, you must have heard of
Yeah,
these.
I have them and I've read it all a couple times.
Wow.
More for the art than the writing, but
for the art. I don't know, for me, like I have so many gaps that when I saw that, I was like, wow, and I didn't know anything about it. And then I got I went out today to a comic shop and I bought 2 comics. I already showed these to Damien. So I'm gonna start with this one. I paid $6.99 for this, and it's just got the weirdest cover, and I can't even understand what's happening because these are called the Fantastic Rainbow Raiders. But it says, meet the villain who changes color. So he's the villain, the Fantastic Rainbow Raiders, but it's plural. And if he's the villain, why is he trying to stop this guy? I can't understand it, but I don't care. Like that cover is just so crazy. And so,
it looks like they did something. It's like a spinoff or a thing of House of Mystery. This is a guy up there, like with a dial H for hero. House of
That's an ongoing like that premise. I think this took over it might have been struggling, and so instead of being like scary, they gave it superheroes for a while. And this, every time they dial it, they could become a different hero.
According to the thing, it's like Robbie Reed could turn into like 1,000 heroes or something.
Yeah.
The boy who could change into 1,000 heroes.
And his catchphrase is Soccer McGee.
Soccer
McGee. Soccer McGee or Soccer McGee.
And
you'll have to read it and tell us what it's really about.
You know what? Let's look at the splash page. Why not? Because let's open it up. I haven't opened it up yet. So,
sorry, guys. Sorry, David.
What happened?
Son, I had a dad for my son. So,
no, it's not very impressive. But there's
what's the comic?
His name is Muscle Man. For hero. And there he is.
Is that a Tower Comics one, or is that one of the Charltons? Or
it's DC.
That's
DC.
DC had someone called Muscle Man. They must have been.
Well, have you heard of Dial H for Hero, Jeff? It's every issue he becomes a different hero. So they had to make up a new hero each issue. So I guess this time it was Muscle Man.
Well, that's a cool concept.
Yeah, they revived it a couple times. I remember as a kid they had an 80s version, I think.
Yeah,
and
they did.
It came back. And I found one of the comics that I've always wanted. Amazing Spider-Man comics can be very, very pricey. And I found this one. This is one of my all-time favorites. And I got it for $10. And I think I got it because of that. I don't care. Usually I think this is a $20 or $25 comic. I could be wrong. But for $10, I grabbed it. And I love this storyline. I love the Jackal, how he's, cackling as he's throwing Spider-Man off. There's Gwen Stacy as a clone.
I don't remember the villain, the Jackal. That's one of the lesser known ones, I guess.
He's not, but he's hilarious. And
he was kind of a big deal in the later 70s, I think.
Yeah, and he's his professor at college. I mean, this
is all of his villains professors, I guess.
Wasn't he his professor?
The Reptile was one of his professors, I think.
Right. I think the Jackal was the one who cloned him,
and he
cloned Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, he's responsible for all of them. This stuff is amazing. I don't know. I'm kind of looking through the art right now. He's fighting with Mary Jane here. This stuff is awesome. But I mean, look at that cover. I mean, it's awesome. I don't know. Like my brother had this as a kid, and I would pour over this. And for me, it's I don't know. It's one of these.
That's prime nostalgic material for you.
Exactly.
What I remember of Spider-Man. Do you guys remember? Do you remember they weren't digests? They were like paperbacks of Spider-Man comics. They were like in paperbacks, and they were in black and white inside. I had a bunch of those. I remember reading as a kid. and also, of course, seeing Spider-Man in the daily newspaper strip. But I was always annoyed because you get 3 or 4 panels and then it's done, right? So.
Oh yeah, those, and they have those out in collected editions now. The other stuff I have, I bought a bunch of collected editions, and I mean, I bought them really cheap from one seller, and so I don't know if you want me to show those or some of them. I don't need to show them.
Although you should probably move us around a bit, so I should be up on top with the duck, so that poor Rob's not behind the duck.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you just did. You just did it now.
Yeah. You get the duck.
I'll have the duck head. Whack, whack. So
okay, so this is the Why the Last Man Compendium 1. I have Compendium 2, and so I saw a seller, and that's why I bought the rest of the stuff, because I needed the Compendium 1. And
it's like 50 issues, right? Total?
I think 100. Oh, wait,
I thought it was only about 50 issues total. Is it 100?
I can just double whatever this issue is right here.
That's a Damien question, probably. But
I can't remember. It seemed like a long series. I want to guess 80 issues or something. I don't know for sure.
Because I know I was watching something about the DC Comics one, and it was only the first 10 issues, and they said this is not a good one to get in the compact, probably because if they don't continue with more, you only have 1/5 of the story or something.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
So there's about 30 issues in that volume, and then 30 in the next. Okay, so it's around 60.
So it must be about 60 then. Okay,
60 or 64 issues, something like that. This is a really good series, really, really good. The interior art is really nice. Look, there's a Y there. But sometimes the covers were phenomenal. I don't know if you're.
I thought what I read of the comic was awesome, but I've heard nothing but bad things about the TV adaptation.
I liked it. I know everyone didn't. I really liked it, and I wish.
Yeah, Why the Last Man consists of 60 issues. Yeah, 60. So you got them all now.
Yeah, and I actually have the original comic of this. I like that. A lot of really great cover art on a lot of these issues. Okay,
I like the idea of shorter run where you can finish it. 60 issues is reasonable, right? But
yeah,
Spider-Man that runs for 40 years or 50 years or something, it's really, where you have to just jump in somewhere. But
yeah, it would be painful to read it all anyway.
And it can be overwhelming for newer readers, right?
That's how I feel. Like I look at Michael K. Vaughan reading every single issue of the Fantastic Four before they did the I guess they did the reboot or whatever or something, and up to like 1989 or 90 or something. And he had like, I don't know, it's every 1 year or 2 years in each of the Epic collections. So he read dozens of those things over the course of a year or something. It's intimidating.
It is. I mean, but when Sleepy did this, I think like the first 30 or 40 issues, they're good. But then when you get to that right around 38, you said, Sleepy, it becomes fabulous.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah.
Yes.
For the Fantastic Four, I can't remember. It's like issue 35 or 36 through like 65 is the most brilliant part of the run. You don't need to read all 101 issues done by Lee and Kirby to get the best stuff.
And then later, I think the Byrne run is phenomenal.
Yeah, but before the Byrne run is a lot of crappy stuff.
Yeah.
So be like MKV and read every single issue is a bit torturous, I think.
Yeah, well, that's Michael K. Vaughan. He sticks to his word, whether it's a mistake or not. So, but and he's, but I think that's cool that you can read them all if you want to. But it seems it's just daunting, right? So that's why something like Watchmen or V for Vendetta or The Dark Knight Returns, or in this case, All-Star Superman. It's a compact storyline, and I really I can get into that a lot more.
Yeah, no, that's a much smarter way to go about it, I think.
Bronze you have to read from X-Men like 94. Some of like one of my actually saw the issue in the shop today. It wasn't Night of the Sentinels. It was something about Sentinels, where they're fighting on top of the building, and that's an amazing issue. And then it just keeps going all the way up to 100. So you actually need to get like 4 or 5 more issues before that.
That was my very first graphic novel experience. Was X-Men Dark Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix saga. I had a trade paperback of that.
That's around
back
one.
in the day. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. That was before I was really I got it. I read some comics off and on, but I always gravitated to the X-Men because I just liked all the multiple characters, not just one person that has mutant superpowers, but a ton of them, so. I like the movie series very well because of that too, or not most of it, not all of it.
Okay,
kind
so
of shit to the end there.
yeah, this is a series that I haven't read yet, and I was able to get Compendium 1, and I mean it's a chunker, but this one is supposedly a really great series, and I don't know if there's a Compendium 2. There must be. I don't know how many issues this is.
Is it like a
I've heard good
post-apocalyptic?
things about it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah.
That writer got canceled, so he's not writing comics anymore.
Oh, what did he do? Something nasty?
He was the accusation was he was sleeping with wannabe comic book writers by giving them the impression he would help their career. I don't even know. It was a he said, she said situation. So I don't know if it was fair or not.
Another Neil Gaiman sort of thing.
Well, no, Neil Gaiman is way worse.
Okay.
This guy was just picking up girls at bars, at conventions, and having one night stands with them, but nothing S&M or slave and master like Neil Gaiman.
Okay.
Well, is this some kind of post-apocalyptic thing?
Yes. It happens. Okay, so I don't know. And there was also a show about this. I was going to say it's kind of like that little area between North and South Korea, but I think it takes place in the United States.
Yeah, it looks like the Empire State's Building there on Building in the back. Yeah.
So I am looking forward to jumping
Is
into
it black and white or color? It looks like it's color. Nice. It's thick too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how many issues this one ran for. But this compendium, they don't have a table of contents like the other one. It just jumps right in. Maybe on the back it says, number 1 through 36. Over 800.
That's a lot of issues.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of them, like there are no words on the pages. So like those 2 pages had no words.
That's the difference between the old comics and the new. Is there a lot more speech bubbles and narration in the old ones?
So just randomly, there are a lot of the panels don't have words. So I think this compendium though is a little bit worse for wear because like there's a bend on the spine and already a page is coming up. So, but it's definitely going to be a great read. Like you can see, there's a spine break there. That's how.
What is the modern page count for modern comics now? Is it 24 pages?
Because
looking at these Spectre ones, they're 32. So
they're usually 22, I think.
They're 22 now. Okay.
Of actual pages of story. Yeah.
Right.
And
sometimes more though.
Yeah. The rest of the comics, I'm trying to fill in my Rebirth runs. I have a lot of the New 52, so I got a bunch of the Rebirth.
Wow.
I'm just kind of gonna, see what I got. But I wanted to show this one to Damien because I think he really enjoyed this. I had a couple of these issues.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So this is
Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, but this one came out like about 5 years ago, I think. And some of the covers on this, they were phenomenal. Like, I mean,
is it a newer run or from an older comic?
Yeah, about 5 years ago, I think.
It's from that time. Okay.
3 to 5 years ago. It's very tongue-in-cheek postmodern.
Okay.
So a lot of homaging the cheesiness of Jimmy Olsen, but in this sort of postmodern way.
Yeah, some of these covers, like I have this one actually because I thought the art on these covers were great, but I think I only read one of them. So I'm happy to get the collected edition so I could read
Does he
that.
turn into a giant turtle man in that one? I know that he does that.
Maybe
in
a
the old...
gorilla. I
I
don't know.
think there's a reference to that somewhere in it. Yeah.
And then I finally picked up this, Witches. I've wanted this for a long time.
That has the craziest coloring you've ever seen.
I think I read it online. Yeah, it's got all of this like overlay kind of stuff. It's like a splatter kind of thing throughout the whole thing. And I'm not sure if I read it. I think I did. I remember being bothered by that, but I got over it. But I think I'm gonna have to read it again. It does look interesting.
It's a good story, just weird color.
And
I see a cat in the background. I just now noticed your kitty cat.
yeah, I have two of them. And there, I got this. This is my third in this series. So I have
Jetsons. Wow.
Yeah. remake. These are
Reimagined Jetsons, huh?
They reimagine them a lot. Yeah.
the Flintstones. The one of Snagglepuss is phenomenal. I mean,
Wow.
he has to go before the Senate committee because he's a screenwriter, I believe, and
Exit stage left.
and he's gay, and like he's got to defend himself, and it's so good.
They
Like, they
turned
really-
Snagglepuss. Sorry,
No problem.
I got excited. They turned Snagglepuss into Tennessee Williams.
Pretty much.
But
And
the weird thing is, he's having gay sex with human men.
it's hot.
Who is putting this out?
It's
Who-
a
is
little
this
more than
DC?
just gay. 'Cause
Marvel?
he's an
This
animal and
independent?
they're humans.
Bestiality.
So do they do, besides Snagglepuss, do they do other different, is it one
There's
comic
the
that does a bunch?
Flintstones. The Flintstones, I think,
Each
has,
one was its own miniseries, Jeff.
Do they do a Jabberjaw or Captain Caveman? Captain
No.
Caveman is a furry or something like that? What do they do?
They did Scooby-Doo Apocalypse after the apocalypse.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure that they would do a Scooby-Doo. That's
My
their-
favorite one is the Flintstones. The Flintstones one is really cool.
And that one I
Oh.
don't have, and I haven't read it, but that one gets a lot. Like there's the second cat crawling
Who
around
is
that.
who is putting this out? What line?
It's
DC.
DC, but
DC?
I think they have don't they have like a joint DC and whatever that company is that had this
Right. Hanna-Barbera. They had a
Yeah,
Hanna-Barbera deal for a while. They don't do them anymore.
Yeah. And I really would like to get all of the series because I'm telling you that Snagglepuss one is so good. I would like to. So, anyways, I think this is my third in this.
Well, the writer of Snagglepuss also wrote the Flintstones, so you definitely want to get the Flintstones one.
Oh, good. And yeah, that's it for me. Oh wait, here's a comment.
Kinchan.
A few issues before, hence the cover. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the 101 is where she's coming up out of the water. Is that 101? I can't remember what issue 101 is of the X-Men. Yeah, I think that is where Scott's. I think that's. I mean, that's one of the most amazing runs of comics. But anyways, all right. Would anybody like to show off anything real fast before we? Because we're getting to the point where
David's ready to crap out, I think. So, well, Rob and Chad have been quiet for a little while. So, you guys have anything else you want to talk about? You want to just put us back to all five together, or you want to switch it over? Oh, okay.
let me see.
Maybe Rob has something.
I
He's
picked up an amazing stories, but I'm not sure whether I can show it.
Oh, is it too raunchy?
Well, no. I don't think raunchy's the right word.
Okay. Too ridiculous? What? Too racist? What? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Ah,
But it's a great cover. Look at that.
It is.
wow.
The colors
What
are-
year is that from?
That's beautiful.
This is from, I forgot already.
It's got to be pretty old with that cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering.
It's Frank R. Paul.
Is it the 20s?
1928.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That makes good
Oh.
call, Damien. Yeah, that makes sense. That is in good shape for that old, Rob. Holy
Yeah.
cow! Did you get that from Aldo?
No, I got that online for $10.
Wow.
What?
Wow, good deal.
Whoa.
Who's
1928.
any good artists? Any good authors in there? Anyone noteworthy? 28.
I don't.
That's
I originally got it because I don't know if you remember when I did the Blocktober thing. I made a joke about doing Octopus Over, so
Oh.
I got it for that.
yeah.
That's awesome. That really is beauty. That's I
But
mean,
yeah, it's got H.G. Wells, Edgar Allan Poe stories, and
A
I
lot
can't
of
remember who
reprints.
wrote the main one. Yeah,
Okay.
whoa,
That's very cool though.
$10.
Yeah.
That's an insane price.
I'm good at finding deals. And then also at that same book fair for $2, we don't usually see Robert E. Howard around here, but I was able to find him for
Yeah, it's pretty
$2
scarce on
a
the
piece.
ground,
Oh,
isn't it?
nice.
Yeah, and they
Nice.
still have
Ken
the
Kelly covers.
I love those
the ones that
Berkeley's.
don't fold
They have
out.
the posters inside. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
Love those
Speaking
Berkeley
of-
editions. Those are Ken. Is that Ken Kelly art?
It
yes.
looked like Ken Kelly.
Yeah.
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 And then I've never seen this one before, but it's War of the Worlds Global Dispatches.
Oh,
So
Mark
underwhelming cover, but the idea sounds
yeah, but it's our authors writing as if they were public figures during the time that the War of the Worlds took place. So you
That's
have
cool.
stories that are supposedly written by Teddy Roosevelt and
Hmm.
Joseph Conrad, Jack London,
Wow, that's
Emily
cool.
Dickinson.
Does she write it in her poetry style, Emily Dickinson?
I can't remember
Probably.
who the actual authors that are writing for him, but it's got Mike Resnick, Walter John
course.
Williams, Robert Silverberg,
Neat.
David Brin,
Wow.
George Effinger. Yeah, quite a few.
Very cool.
I think that one was $1. So
You even got a better deal.
I
you
find
and
deals.
you, Nick, and Jake at Pope Mortem with his going to recycle books there in Denton,
Oh.
Texas, and getting all these awesome paperbacks for $1. I'm like, wow, how are you finding?
I
Whenever
wish
go
that
back
was
home in
closer by.
Washington State, I never find them that cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know, down in Portland, besides Powell's, Damien, where are some other bookstores in Portland you'd like to hit up? I know down in Eugene, they have Smith's Family Bookstore, which is really good, but that's a bit of a jaunt for you.
Yeah, I haven't been to that one. There's a great one on the coast in Lincoln City. It's incredible. Called
Really?
Roberts. Yeah.
Robert.
And I've been finding
Nice.
I've been finding a lot of paperback, old paperbacks. I'm trying to remember which stores I found. There's a number of like tiny stores have sprung up.
That's good.
I can't recall their names right at the moment, but so I'll poke around these tiny little bookstores and find a few things here and there.
Yeah, the best one now in my neck of the woods when I go home is the Tacoma Book Center It's up in Tacoma. That's got the largest selection in Washington State. I think 500,000 books apparently. So,
Wow.
although
I'll
I
have
do
to go there.
remember up in Bellingham they had Hendrickson's books used to be really
Right.
good. Henderson's books used to be really good. I think it's
right.
Henderson.
And the one in Lincoln City is kind of like Henderson's.
Well, that means it's good then. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah.
We're talking about. I'm trying to
Oh,
pick
no.
pick Damien's brain because last time I went to Powell's. Powell's is awesome, but it's wide, but it's not so deep, I guess.
And it's overpriced.
overpriced and it's confusing. My wife and I went in there. We're like, and I'd been there before, but I'd been a long time, and it's just so huge. You're like, you get kind of choice paralysis. Where do I go?
Yeah, you do.
I got a lot of good books when I visited David in LA. He took me to the cool bookstore in the pea smelling area.
Is that the one that has the spiral of books?
Yeah. And bank vaults. It must have been an old bank building there.
Yeah, bank vaults in there. Yeah, the book tunnel.
Did you take him to the one that Scott from help me out there, Rob? Scott the Wild Digest.
Poor Robin. Spotlight.
He Well, he likes to go to some place that I guess they're going to close it down. It's like a big airplane hangar. Do you know that one, David?
Yeah, in fact, I need to go. I've only been there once. It was amazing. It's got so much, but they're closing it down.
Yeah, the realtor or whoever owns the land is forcing them out, and they don't know what they're going to do. So, or they're raising the rent or something like that. So.
Yeah, I featured it in a video the one time I went there and what I got, and I took some pictures. But it's a shame that it's closing down. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Well, I'm heartened to hear that there's small ones popping up though in Portland. That's good, Damien. I'm glad because they just come and go
these
all the
sort
time.
of micro used bookstores have become popular.
Okay.
There's one
I
in
actually
Salem,
have
there's
got
a
to
friend-
leave.
Have you been to Escape Fiction in Salem, Damien? It's mostly a science fiction bookstore.
No,
It
I
has
didn't
a-
know about that. I didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
I have a good buddy that lives, and my aunt also. They live in Salem, and it's a pretty cool store. Yeah.
I got to run away. It was nice meeting you guys, the ones I didn't already know, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.
All right, man.
Chadwick, did you want to show anything before we go? One last round. I'll put you
Yeah, sure. I was like looking over at my shelves and thinking, and going with the newspaper ads. There was once upon a time there was a writer named Stephen Romano who did a book called Shock Festival, and this is basically 101 of the strangest, sleaziest, and most outrageous movies you've never seen. Because
you don't want to.
I bet you've seen most of them, Chadwick.
Yeah, he's seen them.
No, because you don't exist. This book was actually he was working on a book about the making of Star Crash, and he got wild stories from all of the different people who worked on it. But there were some things where they wouldn't get released or have release for it. So ultimately he could use a lot of the information he had, or that's what the story is. He would hear these
down.
Right. And it was kind of like, and it was just like, he goes, I learned all of these really whack stories. So basically he took those stories and then just ran with it and created this cast of characters that made a whole bunch of exploitation movies in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s that were kind of based off of or inspired by, people in real life. You can tell who's like Joe Spinell, that, this coked out character actor.
Between the lines.
Right. If you read between the lines,
Portner stories.
Yeah. And it's like one here was like Mangled, which is definitely like Grizzly. And there's like, he created like the fake, and there's like the novelizations and stuff that they never existed. And then of course you can tell this is like Car Crash and everything. This book was hilarious, and it was so much fun. It was like, and reading about, you could tell who was like Andy Milligan and who was Herschel Gordon Lewis and who all these other.
I wonder how many people picked that up and weren't in on the joke and went, man, I'm trying to find these movies and I can't.
I'm like, where's Mangled?
Mangled, I want to see it.
I was like, why? Wait, a giant robot killer grizzly bear? Why? This should be a movie. I'd go see that.
Yeah.
Up there with Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. And something that Tanya got me a while back for Christmas or birthday, but this is the Criterion Godzilla Showa collection.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't know it was that big a size. So where did they have the discs in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Is that the book that comes with the discs?
There are the discs.
There's all the discs. And they have the original Japanese version of King Kong versus Godzilla.
I have something similar with Zatoichi. So.
Oh, cool. And they have done one of all the Gamera movies, which I'm kind of like thinking about getting. But,
Yeah,
That's
Zatoichi.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Zatoichi.
Oh,
And
yes.
David, I would have given you the DVDs of these, but I think I already passed them on to somebody because it was DVDs and Blu-rays. Sorry about that.
So,
You're horrible.
back in 2019, when Godzilla King of the Monsters came out, which I saw on the big screen like 4 times. They had a special screening at the Balboa Theater in San Francisco, and hosted by Michael Dougherty. And they had a screening of The Terror of Mechagodzilla just before it.
Wow.
And there was this mom who had brought her kids to see the movie, and everybody was just having a blast and laughing and cheering and everything. And then when the movie ended, when Terror of Mechagodzilla ended, the mom was getting up with her kids and everything, and she was like, she goes to ask her kids, so what did you think? And the eldest daughter, who had like this ear to ear grin on her face, she's like, oh my God, that was the worst movie I've ever seen and the best movie I've ever seen.
That's a
And her
Godzilla
mom was
movie.
like, I know, right? And I was just like, yeah, I know.
Yep. They're both the best and
Another
the
one is born.
worst. Another G fan is born. That's right.
Another
Yeah.
G fan. You can't,
That's awesome. I didn't see that Godzilla, that one. I saw the 1984 one. I think it came out. What was the one? No, it was the one that came out in the 90s or 2000s. It was pretty good. It was a Toho one. What was? I can't remember the title, but anyway, it's pretty
yeah,
hard.
there's a
Pretty hard to match Godzilla -0 or whatever. That one's badass.
no. That was actually a legit good movie,
Yeah.
and it was like a real movie. And I
Yeah, you
actually
kind of
took
watch it, but
Tanya.
this is a real movie. I feel kind of weird. There's a cognitive dissonance going on here.
Yeah. I know. It's like, wow, this is yeah. And I even dragged Tanya. You got to see this movie. It's great,
She's like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then she
Yeah,
watched it, and she was like, during like the middle section, during the boat chase and everything, she was like, what did you take me to? But I heard somebody once describe Godzilla -1 as he goes, okay, Act 1 is Jurassic Park, Act 2 is Jaws, Act 3 is Dunkirk. And when I watched it like the second or third time, I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it, So yeah, I love that movie. Hey, now I gotta go watch it. Thanks.
Okay, Jeff, you're up. Last.
I don't have anything else to show. Sorry.
Okay. All right, great. So then we can end this. I was
So
ready to go 30 minutes ago. Bye, everybody.
I think you should put us
Bye.
back to
Thanks
all
for
4,
coming.
don't you think? I
Oh,
don't have
why?
to be big for the conclusion here. Let's
So that you
let's
can
Yeah.
put us back.
more
There you
stuff, but I want to leave. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Jeff. Talk more.
go. No, that's all right. I can tell you want to go. So
I do.
anyway,
I
I
want
was,
to go.
I was glad that
I
everyone.
got all this other stuff.
Cool.
You got to do a live show tomorrow, Chadwick.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Bye,
do this
everybody.
again sometime. That was a lot of fun. So thanks for
All right,
coming on,
bye.
guys, and
Bye.
David, thanks for hosting.
Bye.
Thank you. Hey,
The studio. Oh wait, don't let me leave.
Left you leave. We're still
Uh-oh.
alive, David.
still alive. He left.
We're still alive.
All right.
We're still alive. What's
But
going on, David?
now
We're
I've
still
lost.
alive.
Now I've lost Jeff's sound though.
Are we really still live? What's going on? I gotta check on. Did he not cancel it out? What's going on? Well, anyway, guys, no, it stopped it. No, it's still going. Well, anyway, guys, what's up with you? What's your weekend plans? Anything else going on?
I don't know
Huh?
what happened. I don't know what happened, but I lost Jeff's audio.
You can't hear me?
Oh, he wants to know what you're up to tomorrow. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Chadwick.
All right.
But
He asked
Jeff's
what you were
audio's
up to tomorrow. So
Oh,
I'll be the translator.
okay.
There you
you be the
go.
translator.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think we're just gonna have to all leave, and then maybe that'll end the
It
stream.
would be funny.
jazz hands. All I know is jazz hands.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna Chadwick, please, just in case anyone else Rob can't hear, I'm gonna contact David and tell him he didn't close it down.
I'm
You
gonna
didn't close it down.
I'm gonna have people start
Yeah.
using cue cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a review of a short story in the Twilight Zone magazine that I just read.
Oh,
One of the
nice.
stories. So I'm gonna do another one of those. This one will be Maggie by Dan Bennett. So I'm gonna be doing a review of that. That's my video for the
Thanks,
next
Bronze
one.
Age Hero, for tuning in. Appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you, Bronze Age Hero.
Yeah. And thanks anyone else. I don't know if we had anyone else other than Bronze Age Hero. We scared everyone away, I guess. So
Yeah.
I'd even come back, but there'd be no one to let me into the room. So we're just going off. Should we all leave? Will that close it out? I don't know if we all close out our stream.
We're kind of like the I feel like that cast of characters in the Purple Rose of Cairo that couldn't leave the scene or something. So they're just basically sitting there like, I don't know.
I know there was one stream where I think Tim
I have to
from
go back
Super
and rewatch this after this is over in the last part so I can find out what Jeff is saying.
Yeah, well, I can hear you, Rob, but I guess you can't hear me. I can hear you and I can hear Chadwick. But I know that there was one live stream that Tim at Secret Fire Books, he had a power outage, and everyone in the chat just kept going. And he was the host, but other people were still talking, and the chat went for like 20 minutes after he had left. So I guess we're in a similar thing. Sorry, Rob. Rob can't hear me. Well, I think we need to go like count down and then all shut down our StreamYard here, and that'll end it. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll catch you later. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
So you want to communicate to Rob there, Chadwick?
Yeah, we're all gonna leave and see what happens. So
Okay.
all right, I don't know.
So we just close out.
I'm just gonna close the
whole
browser.
page. Yeah,
I'll
just
see you
just
guys.
close it out. Just close it out, and that should hopefully
Close it out. Remove from stage. Is that what? Oh, does that do what?
No, I think you just close out the whole window. Yeah, there we go. Okay, see you, Rob.